You're sitting there, staring at your phone. It's 2 a.m. You're scrolling through your bank account and seeing that nothing's moving, your bills are piling up, and you don't know where your next paycheck is coming from. And let's not even talk about the mounting student loans or that credit card bill you've been dodging. And then, boom, the anxiety hits. So rebels, did you know that 72% of Gen Z says they've experienced financial anxiety? That's right, over 70% of you. The people who are supposed to have all the potential in the world are living in fear of money. Crazy, right? But how did we get here? Why is money stress such a massive part of our lives right now? Stick with me, y'all, because we're about to dive into why financial anxiety is ruining your life and how you can start to kick it to the curb once and for all. Okay, before we get into the solution, let's break it down. Financial anxiety isn't just feeling a little stressed when you look at your bank account. No. Financial anxiety is a deep, constant fear that takes over your whole life. It messes with your sleep. It affects your relationships. It stops you from even trying to enjoy life. Now, real talk, have you ever just stopped living in the moment because you're thinking about your credit card balance or stressing over how you'll pay your rent? You're not alone, my friend. In fact, it's happening to most of us, and we need to talk about it. But what's causing this intense fear, rebels? Let's break it down. It's not all about money. Sure, the money itself is stressful, but what's deeper is what money represents. It represents your freedom, your sense of safety, and your future. Think about it. When you don't feel secure financially, you feel like you're trapped in quicksand, just sinking deeper and deeper. Student loan debt, the monster under your bed. Over 44 million people in the U.S. owe student loans, with the average borrower carrying $37,000 in debt. Think about that. You've probably got a huge financial mountain to climb before you even think about making your first real investment. Unpredictable income. If you're working freelance, gig jobs, or even in a side hustle, income can feel like an unpredictable roller coaster. Some weeks are great. Some weeks you're wondering if you're going to eat. This instability alone can create constant worry about your financial future. Society's unrealistic expectations. The world tells you to live your best life, treat yourself, and flex on social media. But here's the catch. It's mostly a lie. You see influencers posting about their expensive vacations and fancy dinners, but what they're not showing is the financial chaos happening behind the scenes. But what about your future? That's where it gets even deeper. When you're constantly stressed about money, it's not just affecting your wallet. It's affecting your whole life. Your relationships. Money stress can destroy friendships and romantic relationships. Have you ever been too anxious to go out with your friends because you can't afford it? Or argued with your partner about who's going to pay for dinner? It's uncomfortable, right? Financial anxiety can create tension, leaving you feeling isolated. Mental health. Studies show that anxiety is 2 times more common in people with high levels of financial stress. You start getting caught in this vicious cycle. Your mental health suffers, and in turn you lose focus on making good financial decisions. Your anxiety keeps you trapped, unable to see a way out. Procrastination and paralysis. When the numbers are adding up, it's easier to just avoid them altogether. You put off creating a budget, you don't check your credit score, and you procrastinate on looking at your bank statement. You feel paralyzed because every financial decision feels like it's too big to handle. Studies have shown that chronic stress, like the kind caused by constant money worries, can lead to high blood pressure, heart disease, and a weakened immune system. It's a vicious cycle. The more stressed you feel about money, the more it affects your health. And the worse your health gets, the more stressed you become. This isn't just a mental burden. It's physically draining you. Career and productivity. When you're constantly anxious about your financial situation, it's hard to focus on anything else. Your work suffers because you're distracted, stressed, and drained. Have you ever been in the middle of a meeting and your brain is just buzzing with worry about your bills? Financial anxiety can stop you from being your best self at work, preventing you from pursuing opportunities or taking risks that could improve your financial future. Decision-making paralysis. Financial anxiety can make decision-making feel nearly impossible. Whether it's buying something small like groceries or making bigger decisions like investing in your future, it feels like every choice is a high-stakes gamble. When you're anxious about money, you might overthink and second-guess every decision, leading to indecision or impulsive choices that only create more problems later on. Hold up, I get it. You're probably sitting there thinking, okay, yeah, this sounds like my life, but what's the solution? Well, let me tell you something crazy that might blow your mind. Most people spend more time worrying about money than they do actually learning how to manage it. That's right. You're wasting time stressing about stuff you can fix. And that shift, that mindset change is your first step toward taking control. So here's the part where we flip the script. We're going to take all that anxiety and turn it into action. How you can fight back against the stress. Start small, but start now. It can feel overwhelming to overhaul your entire financial situation. So don't. Focus on one thing at a time. Maybe it's setting up a simple budget or paying down a tiny debt. The key is to start small and celebrate each win, no matter how small. Remember, progress is progress. Build an emergency fund. Having a cushion of savings gives you peace of mind. If you can save just $500 for emergencies, it'll be a huge relief when the unexpected hits. Educate yourself. Financial literacy isn't a rich person thing. It's a life thing. Learn how money works. Start reading books, watching videos, and listening to podcasts. Knowledge is power, and the more you understand, the less you'll be afraid. Reframe your relationship with money. Instead of viewing money as a source of fear, try seeing it as a tool. Money can work for you, but only if you understand how it works. Get comfortable with no. One of the best ways to fight financial anxiety is learning to say no to things that don't serve you. You don't have to go out every weekend or buy the latest gadget. Spend intentionally and stop keeping up with the Joneses. I'm about to drop some truth on you. The key to battling financial anxiety isn't just about cutting back or scraping by. It's about focusing on your abundance, not your lack. Stop looking at your bank account with fear. Start seeing it with potential. Your wealth isn't determined by how much money you have right now. It's determined by what you're doing to build your financial future. Let me tell you a quick story about one of my friends, Jenna. She used to wake up every morning with her heart racing because of financial anxiety. Student loans, rent, credit card bills, it all felt like a mountain. But then one day, she did something simple. She started tracking her spending. She didn't go on a shopping spree, didn't try to fix everything overnight. She just started paying attention to where her money was going. Fast forward to today, and Jenna is not only debt-free, but she's building an emergency fund and investing in the stock market. It wasn't easy, but the first step was getting out of the mindset of fear and moving into the mindset of empowerment. All right, so now it's your turn. If you're tired of letting financial anxiety rule your life, it's time to take the reins and flip the script. Start small, educate yourself, and take control. Here's your homework. Take one step today. Maybe it's writing down your expenses or setting up a savings account. Do it. You've got this. And hey, if this video hit home, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Because I've got more tips on how to level up your life and stop letting anxiety control you. Remember, Rebels, it's not about how much you make, it's about how you manage and grow what you've got. So let's get started. You and me, and taking back control $1 at a time.